this well-respected, famous, one of the greatest players ever, wants these teams out.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
It's absolutely crazy. All right, let's go back to the guy to go to Mo's call-in. Let's go to Leslie in Fort Lee. Leslie, you're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, good evening, John.
Thank you. What's happening?
You couldn't have been surprised about what the Wilpons pulled. You couldn't have been surprised. I go back to David Einhorn in 2011 when he wanted to buy the Mets. He had ambitions, John, and you knew then something was not right. The Wilpons basically told Einhorn to go away, and that's what had happened here. And it couldn't have surprised me. They pulled this stunt with Steve Cohen too, John. I couldn't have been surprised. Nobody should have been surprised. In fact, when I heard about it a few months ago, I didn't get myself excited because I just got the feeling this was too good to be true, and I just knew the Wilpons were not going to go away into the night this quickly. Even with that
and you know what's interesting is that if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you knew what happened in the past, right, Jeff? You knew what happened in the past with that last deal he talked about, right? Going into this deal. Right?
Yep.
You were at one point you were really excited about it. You said I didn't talk about it enough. We're excited, but in the back of Mets fans like yourself, you knew something would fall apart. No,
I really
was there any of that in you? It's the Wilpons.
You remember? I have the audio on my screen right here. No more me screaming, "No more Wilpons!"
Right.
Leslie, I gotta tell you, for some
Leslie,
reason,
right? I think there were a part of people that said, "There's no way this deal will go through."
No, but you know what was different this time? There was something different about it. I'll tell you what was different, okay? And Leslie, by the way, everything Leslie is talking about, not only do I agree with, it's on the Mets Are Run by Idiots podcast. Go to any down.
Have you heard that, Leslie? Have you heard that? His podcast? Are you one of the 50?
No.
Leslie! You come on our show and you gotta listen to my podcast.
You gotta listen to Jeff's podcast.
It's on every podcast service. The Mets Are Run by Idiots, and I map it all out. I map out Einhorn on there for you, Leslie, all the details. And not only that, I also map out Doubleday, how he screwed over them with the Major League Baseball devalued, colluded with Selig and with the Wilpons to get them to heist the Mets from Doubleday. So I lay out that whole thing. But let me tell you what was different about this, John and Leslie. Okay.
Sure.
The one thing that I thought, the reason why I thought this would be different than all the other ones was because of who Steve Cohen is. He's not just even a typical billionaire. He's a billionaire amongst billionaires.
Oh, yeah,
he would have been the richest owner in Major League Baseball, and maybe that's one of the problems, like one of our callers said earlier. And
let's don't forget that great quote of his.
There was a great quote.
Great,
but he was different. He had the moxie, and he really had like something that the other guys did not have, and I thought he would win because that guy's a real winner. He wins. And I thought he would be the one to finally pull it over the Wilpons.
And he still may win.
Well, you say they're not going to sell it all.
No, well, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I said, I came back when we started tonight, I said, just as it may be falling apart now, but at the end of the day, it still may happen.
I hope that's true, but
we'll see.
You said this might be a whole ruse by the Wilpons to make it seem like they're selling.
Not, when you're throwing in, little darts and stuff, at the closing to get close to closing, and you're throwing stupid things like paying the COO more money.
Right?
Come on, you're not serious about getting the deal done.
It does seem that way.
Right?
It really does. Leslie, go ahead.
I just don't see it, guys. I mean, the Wilpons don't want to sell. They want to run the Mets on someone's money.
No, exactly.
That was the point of this
And whose job is it, Leslie, to
Your
tell
own
them
Ponzi scheme?
Whose job is it to tell them, Leslie, no, you can't do that?
Manfred.
Manfred.
The Wilpons have been cahoots with the owners for a long time. Remember,
That's right.
Fred Wilpon played a role in getting Bud Selig the commissioner job. So, you're not going to bite the hand
you know what? He's right. He's right. I remember that when he was at the Brewers. I remember that.
So, so basically we were screwed. I mean, that's all there is to it. Again, the Wilpons are not selling. They're not going away. Even with that 5-year period, we're stuck.
Leslie, one thing to keep in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Fred Wilpon is 83 years old, okay? This is not going to go on forever. The only backup that Jeff has is his father. The only person in Jeff Wilpon's corner, people keep forgetting about this, is his father, is Daddy. Daddy gave him the team. Daddy gave him a job. Daddy saved him when he couldn't stay in school. Daddy saved him when he couldn't make it in the minor leagues after 1 week. Daddy has been behind him every step of the way. But Daddy, realistically, is 83 years old. Daddy's not going to be there forever. And once that day comes, this whole fantasy that Jeff Wilpon has is over. And I truly hope that Fred Wilpons lives a very long and healthy life. But you know what? You're 83. You got to slow down at some point, and Jeff's not going to have that backup forever. And he's the only one in Jeff's corner.
Yeah, but I still think Fred's going to own the team until he dies. That's all.
He's 83. He's 83.
But Cole Pollard owned the Twins until he was in his 90s.
That's fine. But you know what? Your faculties sometimes go very quickly, sadly, in your 80s. The things turn very quickly. And I don't want it to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he lives a long life. I don't wish him any ill will. Okay? I really don't. But the reality is he is 83 years old.
And also the reality is that they have to sell the team because they are in debt.
Exactly right. 100%.
You know, I could see Major League Baseball cashing in more money for the Wilpons, just like they did back with the Ponzi scheme. I could see that. I just can't see this happening.
I have a feeling they're going to miss a payroll, and that's the end of it.
Well, because
I heard they're
Major League. I know, but Major League Baseball won't. They don't want that publicity of missing it. They may miss it internally. In other words, get it done.
Yeah.
But that and you'll never know about it.
Right.
But if it's going to come to problems like that, so that's why I'm saying this Steve Cohen thing. Man might be saying to these guys, "You better get a deal done with this guy.
Yeah,
you better go and apologize, whatever.
Right.
Get the deal done."
Right.
You guys are very optimistic on this. I'm just cynical about
Have you met me, Leslie? Have I said anything optimistic?
Yeah, about all this. I'm not.
Actually, I could care less, to tell you the truth.
I'm not optimistic. How am I optimistic?
You guys are saying that eventually the Wilpons are going to sell.
I'm saying he's 83. I'm just telling you how old the guy is. I'm optimistic. My podcast is called The Mets Are Run by Idiots. That's optimistic. Leslie must be the first person in the history. By the way, Mike Silver just called and said I was the most complained about guest he ever had.
Yeah, that's
and
hilarious.
Leslie's calling me optimistic.
Well, Mike's a homer.
Yeah. But you know what?
Wow.
You know what? I don't know. I mean, I gotta believe it to see it. Just like I gotta believe it to see it when Dolan sells the Knicks, Woody Johnson.
Hey, by the way, you gotta love that you picked up that third baseman from Atlanta.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Donaldson.
Oh my gosh, so jealous.
Donaldson, Nelson Cruz, Eddie Rosario. I mean, Miguel Sano. I mean, this is going to be a fun year.
When Josh Donaldson is healthy.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, my gosh. He had a great year. Hate losing him.
It's going to be fun watching the Twins this summer, and I can't wait to watch them. I can't wait to go to Minneapolis in the summer when the Twins play the Dodgers. So this is going to be a great
Leslie, you go to Minnesota to watch games, just for the games?
Yeah.
How did you get into these Minnesota teams? Just out of curiosity.
He's from Minnesota.
Are you from Minnesota?
No, I just fell in love with it.
Why?
It's just one of those things. Your heart tugged into it.
So now, to the point, Leslie, that you're going out to Minnesota, Minneapolis to see sports games? That's the only reason you go there?
He's got girlfriends out there. You got girlfriends out there.
Could be.
It's a great city, guys.
You don't have girlfriends out there?
Huh?
You don't have a girlfriend out there in Minnesota to get cozy with in the cold weather out there?
You think he has a crush on our friend at WFA? You know, John thinks
he does have a little crush.
John thinks you have a little crush on our friend Leslie.
Who, Larry?
Come on. It's all right, Leslie. By the way, she's a pretty woman. Why not?
She's amazing.
Why not?
John has suspicions that you have a little crush on her. Is that true, Leslie?
I love Larry. I think about her all the time.
We get to we're like a mini version of Howard Stern. We get
Listen,
to the truth.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I love Larry. She's just a jewel of my mind.
Wow.
Nice.
She's just something else.
Now, you know what Jeff's going to do? He's going to send her this clip.
I'm a friend of hers.
And I'm going to, I don't want to come across looking like an idiot. You brought that up.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Lori's my friend. We're friends, Leslie.
Yeah, can you tell Lori just that I love Donald Trump, too?
We're not that... Oh, man. John is going to kill me if I answer that. John is going to kill me.
She and I have been getting into it with Donald Trump a lot.
She's a Democrat? She's a Democrat?
Yeah, she doesn't like Donald Trump.
All right. A lot of people don't.
I'm holding back.
I think he's the best.
Well, all right. Oh, well, you got to save this for, like, Curtis Sliwa.
These are the sports hours here.
And by the way, I don't mind going off that, but, when Jeff gets involved in that, he gets all emotional.
That's why John
veins start popping and everything.
That's why John kicked Marty off the show because there's too much politics.
Yeah, we had to fire him.
Yeah, but you know what?
But it's nice, it's nice, and it's nice that it's nice.
Well, we talk about how certain hosts on radio stations doing shows have great relationships with their audience, and Lori's a perfect example.
Yeah.
She's got a great relationship with her callers.
Yeah.
You know, John and Jeff, I'm not going to go to Citi Field this year or anytime ever, as long as the Wilpons own the Mets.
Excellent.
I'm just not going to go. And quite frankly, I don't even care about this.
You know, Jeff told me that last year, and then like one afternoon on a Wednesday, getaway day, afternoon game, he's sitting behind the plate with his kids.
Sucks. Yeah, well, it's true. I'm a total hypocrite.
I'm not going. I didn't go last year.
You got little kids, that's what happens. I wouldn't go if it was just
behind
me.
The plate.
My kids love
I never took when I took them behind the plate, it was at Newark Bear game.
I forgot how I got those tickets. But Leslie, you know it's tough when you have little kids. My kids are just getting into sports now. I can't deprive them.
Well, you know what you do? Go take them to road games. Go to a game.
Oh, come! I'm going to fly out to Minnesota.
Take them to Philly.
Leslie?
Take them to Philly.
Go to Philly.
I go when the Braves are in town. I go to Philly.
My kids are crazy. I can't sit in the car for 30 minutes with them. I'm going to go to Philly. Really?
You get yourself a
train.
Yeah.
Easy. I'm sorry. I live in Long Island. I'm going to Citi Field. I'm sorry.
Right.
I hate the Wilpons. I think they're a disgrace. But I'm not driving with my two crazy kids to Philly.
How about you drive up to the Bronx?
Yeah, go to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
and see a winning team.
You see,
By the way,
Chuck knows how to get
you know what half the problem with the Mets fans are? And they were. I just told Jeff. Remember, you were in the World Series 5 years ago. They're in such a winning town with the Yankees that at the end of the day, that's what bothers them.
Yeah, that too, obviously.
Yeah. Really? You think that's what bothers them?
It bothers you,
John.
You called Derek Jeter the other week. You went. Oh, the
about that he must be a first ballot.
That he's the greatest in New York.
Yeah, he's a god.
Yeah, but you said it sarcastically.
I did because he's not the greatest.
John, I told Jeff 2 weeks ago that the sale is not official, and he didn't want to believe me.
All right, Leslie, what else going on? Everything else so good?
Yeah,
it's true.
I got news on the top of the hour, so thanks for listening. Thanks for the call.
I'll talk to you next week.
You got it, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Leslie.
Yeah, bye-bye, guys.